Hi, Arrow. How are you?
Fantastic, Pinky. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Man, I got to tell you what, I am so proud of you for putting your hands on the pages that became this book, because you speak a truth here about the streets of where we are mentally and physically. And a title like this is going to inspire someone to say, I got to read this. I hope you fail. Wow, that takes a lot of courage and confidence to put that on there.
Thank you. I'm so inspired by the book that I wrote because I've been through enough failures in my life. I've had enough bad things in my life to happen to me to understand that, like, if this is the worst that it's going to get, it can only get better. And I think everybody in America can say that we've all experienced some sort of quote unquote failure in our life, so they can identify with it. So if I can meet you where you are and hit you as raw as I can in the face with something counterintuitive, I can reverse engineer a bad hater statement and make it a positive. And that's exactly what I did.
I'll tell you what, the book should have come with a yellow highlighter, because there's so many lines and thoughts here that really say, oh, that's me. That's me. Okay, now how can I grow from this?
Yeah. It's interesting. So I did a commencement speech last year at Clark Atlanta University, and the topic was, I hope you fail. And I talked about all the things that happened in my life, how I navigated graduating from college and not having anything lined up. And I was one of the most popular students in class, to losing everything that I owned by way of a restaurant and my car getting repoed and getting kicked out of my apartment. And what I realized through all of that is, like, that was a part of the journey. I needed that to happen to me so that I can realize that, like, this is going to happen bad, but, like, the good things are going to trump everything bad that you ever experienced. So, like, when I'm faced with a challenge now, I'm like, okay, been there, done that. Yep. I don't have to deal with this again. Like, this happened before. And I want people to understand that it's all about the mindset shift. When you shift your mindset, everything will start happening positive for you.
Yeah, because we've become this generation where we want to set things aside because it might be a little bit too tough right now. So when we face those walls and mountains, what I do is I say, it's a mirage. It's not really there. It's on a summer highway. When we get there, it won't be there. Keep moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. See, it's only there if you make it there. If you put it there, it's going to be there. But what I do is I really cheat the system, right? Because I'm a work in progress. So things still happen around me. Like, I still am faced with hurdles and speed bumps and compromising positions and circumstances. But then I also realized, like, listen, this is happening today so that tomorrow something grand can happen for me. So I embrace it now. Like, before, I used to be sad about failures, quote unquote, and I used to be upset about things that were happening. But now I'm like, okay, all right, something big is about to happen, and I'm getting prepared and excited. And that is, there's a saying, heavy is the head that wear the crown. So yes, the crown may feel heavy right now, but guess what? It's going to get lighter as long as you believe in yourself and believe that things will get better.
Man, you are very transparent when it comes to these 10 hater statements. I just sat there shaking my head up and down. And then I go, oh, wait a second. This is the stuff you're saying to yourself in the mirror too, smart boy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes I got to self-check myself, right? Yeah. Like, I look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, okay, you need to get it together, because I'm a work in progress. So when you read this book, when you see some of the chapters, for example, I hope he cheats on you. I hope you go flat broke. I hope they lie on you. Those are the things that I've experienced in my life. And I want people to know that when those things happen, like, that's getting ready for a big setup that's going to change your life. But you have to be able to shift that mindset in a way that you understand that, like, okay, I'm not going to sit in this circumstance. I'm not going to sit here and dwell in this place. I'm going to find the positive, and there will be a greater outcome here. And that's what I've been doing.
One of your powerful statements is, I hope you don't believe in yourself. That is an eye-opener, and that will change the curve of your heart.
Yeah, listen, there's so many people that are riddled by fear, that don't believe in themselves enough to go out and do the things that scares them the most. And I want people to know that when you don't believe in yourself, you are doing a disservice to your ancestors, a disservice to the children who look up to you, and a disservice to yourself. So, like, remove the fear. Fear is inevitable. That's going to happen. But, like, focus on, like, who you want to be in the world, how you want to show up, what your purpose is, and then go for that thing. I heard something a long time ago in church that said, when you take the first step, you're already halfway there. So every time I take a first step, I'm already halfway there. So I've removed the fear, no matter how it feels, because I know that as long as I keep moving, I'll get everything that I want.
And isn't it crazy how so many people think that, hey, I've got the money, therefore you have have to respect me, and you're going the opposite direction, saying that money doesn't equal respect.
No, money doesn't equal respect. I tell people all the time, your name is the highest value of currency that you could ever have. I'd rather have a clean bill of health for my name than $1 million in the bank, because guess what? A clean name will get me more money. A clean name will get me better relationships, no matter what. So I like to keep a clean name. So even when things happen that blemishes my name, I make sure that I re-engineer it so that I can, make sure that my name is always clean. It's very important.
There's such a shift going on right now in the world in the way that people are going to work to make other people money. How do we find that value in ourselves to say, okay, let them make their money. I'm going to make my happiness?
Happiness is something that money cannot buy.
Right.
And happiness comes in all different shapes and sizes. So your happiness may be to make money, to have that level of freedom to be able to travel the world with your family. My happiness may be being a wife and being a mother to my children and being a successful entrepreneur. Whatever your level of happiness is, that's up to you. That's your American dream. But you got to sit at home at night with that happiness and be okay with it. And as long as you're okay with that happiness, that is all that matters, whether it's working for somebody else, working for yourself, doing your own thing, or collaborating with other people. That happiness is important to you, and that's all that matters. And if you're happy, then nothing else even counts.
From one motivational writer to another motivational writer, while you were putting this together, did you create other things while it was falling onto the page? In other words, did you take up music? Did you take up a new way of cooking? Because creative people can't be stopped. It grows in every corner.
It's true. I created children while writing this book. So I've been pregnant since 2020. So 2020, 21, 22, and 23. And I'm pregnant now. So I'm 7 months pregnant. So I've been in creation mode the entire time writing this book. And let me tell you why that's so special. I'm creating life.
Yes.
So my nature and my nurture is different. My hormones are different. How I think and how I feel is different. So this is coming from a pure and genuine space, right? So it doesn't get any more genuine and pure than that. I'm creating life. So I'm putting life into the book, and hopefully people get life from it. And change their life and change their mindset. Where
can people go to find the book, find more about you, and just give you tons of love?
I am everywhere. You can find the book where books are available. I'm on social media, Pinky Cole. Just type me in. And all I do all day for a living now is give out nuggets, thought leadership. I really want people to win. Yeah. And in my pursuit of helping people win, we got to fail along the way, and failing is okay. So looking forward to everybody supporting the book, and I can't wait for you to read it.
I love your heart. Please come back to this show anytime in the future, Pinky.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?